Boy, my battery's almost out. And see, I got a little towel underneath my paint on this little project, and I'm just gonna dip a little bit in there. You don't have to be a professional to do stuff like this. I don't even have to get all the way down to the bottom if I don't want. Okay, I just have to remember this paint that I'm using is a semi-gloss, and the wall obviously is not semi-gloss. I just have to be careful. I don't want to get any on the wall, do I? So I just have a little bit of paint. You don't have to use much. And just do it in the areas where you see. I see down at the bottom there's grout on there and stuff, and I can just go wherever I want. I don't have to go all the way down to the bottom, like I say, because then I'm gonna have to start cleaning off, like if I make some boo-boos or something, and I don't want to do that. You know, this is just kind of a guide. Try to keep the paint off of the base or the grout. Okay, and once this dries, it's going to look 100% better. Is it going to be perfect? No, because I'm not painting the whole thing. No, I'm just kind of going over it and trying to hit the imperfections and such. If you got some dark spots like that one right there that I just did, I may have to go over it again, you know, just in a few minutes. But there's no way I'm gonna paint the entire thing. All I told the people was that, hey, I'm gonna get the areas that are marked up. That doesn't necessarily mean that I have to paint the whole thing. Okay. So I'll just look at this, and I'll just keep going a little bit more, you know, wherever I see that there's a spot. So see, I don't have to do everything. I can just hit certain areas. Like that black mark, I know I'm going to have to go over that twice. Just kind of taper it. Don't get all hooked on thinking, oh, I better paint the whole thing. Just don't do that. We're not painting the whole thing. Okay, but the last thing you want to do is leave any lines. Okay? So I'll just keep going, little by little. You'll get it. Just take your time. Take your time. It's not a race. So I'll look at that. Any little dark spots that may come back up, I'll hit again. I see one just a little bit more. You know, baseboard that's old, you're not gonna get it all. That's why you want some paint that matches, so it's gonna blend in once it dries. Okay. Am I gonna make an entire video on just doing this? Hey, I'm not gonna show you every single little thing I do. Okay, I'm just gonna show you a few things. Wow, I almost got too much there. And if you get too much, and if you do it over onto something, make sure you have a damp rag handy, let's say. So you can wipe off anything, any boo-boos you do. And like I say, you'll get good at it. And in some areas you might decide to paint the entire base area. In others, maybe not so much. But see, that mark right there is gonna come back if I don't put a second coat of paint on there. With this little brush, I've got just as much control with this little brush than my 2.5 inch. If I was doing a complete repaint or something, I think I could use that other one, but you know, I'm not. So this will do. When you start getting down there with your eye, you might think, hey, you know, maybe I should do the whole thing, but just don't get caught up in that if you've already had in your mind, hey, I'm just doing a touch-up. Okay? Just doing a touch-up. It's going to look better than nothing. It's not going to look perfect because you're not doing an entire repaint, but it's going to get you by up until the point you decide to do a repaint. And if you do this yourself, you might then think, okay, I don't like painting. I don't like to do painting, so when I do the repaint, I'm going to have somebody else do it for sure. But just doing a little touch-up, you can do it. You know, it's not that hard. Okay. Nice, even stroke. So I didn't put my cardboard up there. Just steady as she goes. You can't put your cardboard there if you want, and so it gives you something to kind of rest your hand on if you feel like it. I don't know. Just try it and see. The key is not to have too much paint on your paintbrush at any one time. Okay. There. That's all I'm going to do to that baseboard till it dries. Then I'll look at any imperfections, that the darker ones, and I'll just do just a little bit. Do whatever. All right, keep it going. Hey, I did pretty good. I didn't get any paint on the floor, and I kept my mess to a minimum over here, and I was a little leery about carrying that around on the carpet without anything on it underneath, but you know, you might want to put a rag, because every once in a while when you dip your paint in there and swish off a little bit excess of paint off of the edge, you might flick some on your carpet. So if you have a little drop you can carry around with you, do that, because I noticed I did that in one spot, but I cleaned that up. And by Joe, I think I'm done. Now, how much did you save by doing that yourself, touching up your baseboards and your door jambs and your doors? I'd say you probably saved about $125. Now, what's your time worth? Or, you know, you don't have the money, grab yourself a little bit of paint and a paintbrush. And once you have the paint, I've got plenty of paint to do it again or to repaint the baseboards later on, or the doors or whatever. Okay? Save your money and start doing things yourself. Am I going to save this paintbrush? Of course I am. It's perfectly good. I just rinsed it out and everything. Got my same paper towel here. Just wrap that up in there like that. And it's good for next time I need it. Okay? Don't throw those away. I can still use this for next time, can I? It's still fine. Yeah, I think that's how I wrapped it. I can wrap it that way too. That's how I usually do it, like that, press that, and then fold that over. Okay, there you go. Ready for my next little painting project. And I'm good to go. That's all I got for this time. But I'll be back with more videos.